You booked economy and braced for scarcity. One tiny drink, one sad snack, and zero fun. But there's a plot twist. Economy class isn't built on scarcity at all. In fact, it runs on surplus. Airlines load way more stuff than they announce over the intercom, then hide it behind service scripts. The key to unlocking it all? It's not status. It's not an upgrade. It's just knowing when to ask and asking the right way. Let's start with the one freebie most people never expect to find in economy class: alcohol. Free alcohol. The unannounced pour. Most passengers think free drinks are only for the elite in business class, but they're wrong. On many international flights, alcohol is also complimentary in economy, but not all airlines announce it over the intercom. If you don't ask about a free glass of white wine or an IPA beer, you'll never know. Here's how it works. The beverage cart rolls down the aisle, the flight attendant asks something to drink, and 90% of passengers ask for a soda or some juice. But experienced travelers know you can ask for wine or beer on many long-haul flights. It's included in the price of your ticket. No credit card swipe or secret club membership required. You just need to know to ask. Of course, what's on offer depends on the airline and how well stocked the plane is. European and Asian carriers are famously generous. Think craft beers, French wine, and even high-end liquor. But U.S. airlines, they're more stingy. Domestic flights often charge for alcohol, but when you cross the ocean, the game changes. So next time you're in economy on a long-haul flight, don't settle for ginger ale. Ask with confidence and enjoy the perk that a lot of travelers leave untouched. Now you know about the free beer, wine, and liquor. It's time to meet the cafe most travelers never see. Other drinks, the hidden cafe in economy. Think the drink cart in economy as a one-trick pony? Think again. Most airlines quietly stock a hidden cafe, and it's all up for grabs. But only if you know how to ask. Here's what a lot of passengers miss: decaf coffee, herbal teas, a wide juice selection beyond apple and orange, and all kinds of sodas, plus still and sparkling water. It's all there, behind the curtain, just waiting for someone to tap into it. Here's the real secret. Flight attendants don't broadcast those extras because they're not always part of standard service. But courteous passengers who ask with precision slip into the unlisted tier of freebies. Here's a pro tip. Bring your own reusable bottle and politely ask the cabin crew to fill it with water for you. Or bring a thermos and ask if they'll fill it with hot coffee or tea for you. As long as you're reasonable, don't ask the cabin crew if they'll pour the entire cranberry juice carton into your bottle so there's none left for anyone else. You'll be surprised with the extras you can score. You've decoded the drinks. Now it's time to raid the pantry. Snacks, the Galley hack. The economy snack service is advertised as a one-and-done deal. A flight attendant rolls down the aisle early in the flight, hands you a tiny bag of pretzels or maybe a cookie if you're lucky, and that's it. You'd better ration it like gold until you land. But here's the part airlines don't tell you about. The cart is just the preview. The real stash lives in the galley. That's where the full snack spread is kept, and you can access it anytime after the first service begins. Insiders know the rhythm. Flight attendants usually do one main snack round, sometimes two on longer flights, but rarely more than that. If you want options beyond the default handout, you've got to make the move yourself. Stretch your legs, wander toward the galley, and ask. That's where the system changes. Instead of a single packet dropped onto your tray, you'll see the full rotation of snacks before you. Chips, crackers, cookies, even Stroop waffles on United Airlines, and Biscoff cookies on Delta. Suddenly, you're not given a single snack without any options. You're building your own snack flight in the air. Flight attendants expect this from seasoned travelers. They know some people don't want to bug them with the call button, so they keep the galley stocked as a quiet, self-serve perk. But it's what happens after the snack cart that changes everything. Free meals on longer flights, more than one plate. A lot of passengers don't know this, but your in-flight meal isn't limited to chicken or pasta. The catering system is built with overflow. There are extra trays, special orders, and meals that often go unclaimed. Know what you're doing, and you're not just eating once in economy. You're eating twice. Here's the setup. Buy a ticket for any flight over 8 hours, and you'll typically be offered a hot 3-course meal, even in economy. But here's the hidden layer. Many airlines let you pre-book specific options online. Vegan, gluten-free, halal, low sodium. There are loads of choices available if you plan ahead. Reserve your special request meal 24 to 48 hours in advance, and you'll often be served first. It's a great way to game the system before you even board. But the smarter play happens mid-flight. Airlines don't cater one for one. They load extras, so they've got a decent choice for everyone, and those extras rarely get used. This means when the service is wrapping up, there are usually leftover meals just waiting to be taken advantage of. The trick? Order conservatively the first time. Don't ask for double portions up front. Wait until service slows down, then politely check if there are extras. Flight attendants often prefer handing them out to tossing them in the trash. The worst answer is, "Sorry, we're out." The best? A second tray of hot food when everyone else is stuck with pretzels. Food is sorted. Now here's where it starts to feel personal. Comfort is stock, not status. Pillows and comfort items, the extras hiding in plain sight. You've probably noticed the pillow and blanket waiting on your seat as you board a long-haul flight. Most travelers assume that's the full deal. One pillow, one blanket, end of story. But comfort in economy works on a bigger system, and if you know how to decode it, you can upgrade your seat without spending a cent. Here's how it really works. Blankets and pillows are standard issue. Crews distribute them as a baseline and every passenger gets one. But the stock doesn't end there. Airlines load extras in the overhead bins and galleys, precisely because they expect spares will be needed mid-flight. If you're cold, your neighbor has grabbed your pillow, or you just want more support, you can always ask the airline staff for another pillow and blanket. Usually they'll be happy to hand them over. And it doesn't stop with pillows and blankets. Depending on the airline, you can sometimes ask for socks, an eye mask, or even slippers. These items are usually assumed to be in the premium cabin only, but this isn't always the case. You're not guaranteed to get anything, but it's always worth asking. The trick is timing. Ask early while supplies are fresh. The crew generally prefers handing out extras over storing them. That's the cozy part sorted. Now let's talk about keeping things clean. Sanitizing wipes, the hygiene hack airlines stopped advertising. Remember during COVID when every passenger boarded to find a sanitizing wipe tucked neatly into their seat pocket? That routine vanished once restrictions eased. But here's the insider truth. Airlines never stopped stocking them, they just stopped announcing them. Most travelers assume the wipes are gone, so they either pack their own or skip cleaning their tray table altogether. But seasoned flyers know the code. Sanitizing wipes are still sitting in the galley, sealed in packets, ready to be handed out if you ask. Crews keep them for quick cleanups, spills, or parents traveling with kids. Why does this matter? Because the germ count on a tray table or armrest is far higher than on the lavatory handle. Flight attendants know this, but they're not about to advertise it. Offering wipes to everyone would burn through supplies in minutes. Instead, it's reserved for the passengers who bother to ask. While everyone else shrugs and eats off a sticky table, you're wiping down your seat, your screen, even your hands before snacks. It's not paranoia, it's efficiency. You stay healthier, cleaner, and sharper for when you land. Once your space is set, it's time to get online without paying for the privilege. Free Wi-Fi, the signal airlines don't advertise. Most travelers glance at the in-flight Wi-Fi page, see the price tag, $8, $15, sometimes $30, and turn their phone off in defeat. But here's the secret. The system isn't as airtight as it looks. Free connections are still floating around, if you know where to look. Start with JetBlue. Their entire U.S. fleet runs on Fly-Fi, which means free unlimited high-speed internet for every passenger. No codes, no catch. Delta is rolling out free Wi-Fi on most domestic routes too, yet few passengers realize it's not just for members. Log in once with your frequent flyer number, and you're online for free. Other airlines use loopholes. United Airlines, Air France, and Alaska Airlines offer complimentary messaging tiers. You can use WhatsApp, iMessage, or Facebook Messenger at no cost. Officially, it's text only, but savvy travelers know images sometimes sneak through. It's not Netflix, but it keeps you connected. And then there's the insider trick, partnerships. If your cell phone plan is with T-Mobile or certain international carriers, your ground benefits extend to the sky. The airline Wi-Fi page won't advertise it, but log in with your number and the paywall drops. The rookie move is assuming free Wi-Fi doesn't exist in economy. The pro move? Treating it like a hidden network. Connectivity is nice. 1,000 hours of free content is better. Seatback entertainment, the hidden library at 30,000 feet. A lot of people don't realize how amazing the Seatback entertainment system actually is. They scroll through a couple of movies, half watch something, then revert to scrolling through their phone's camera reel. But here's the secret. Airlines load so much more than a handful of movies. If you know how to work it, that little screen becomes a comprehensive entertainment hub. Let's start with TV shows. Airlines don't just give you an episode or two, they load full seasons. It's a built-in binge session, the kind you'd pay for back home. Missed the latest season of Dexter Resurrection or Hostage? You can probably watch the whole thing in one flight for free. Then there's music. Beyond the generic playlists, many carriers stream full albums and live concerts. Delta has full HBO and Spotify tie-ins, while American Airlines partners with Apple TV Plus and Apple Music. These aren't half-baked samples. They're full catalogs most travelers never bother to explore. And games. Rookies assume the only option is solitaire. In reality, some systems load arcade titles, Sudoku, trivia, even flight simulators where you can fly the same plane you're sitting in. United made headlines with that Boeing 787 sim, but other airlines keep their game libraries quiet, buried 3 menus deep. Here's the insider hack. You don't have to gamble. Most airlines publish their full entertainment lineup online a month in advance. Check the website, download the app, and you'll know exactly what's playing before you board. It's like getting the streaming guide for a hotel TV before you check in. And all that content gets better the second you cut the cord. Free Bluetooth link. Cut the cord in economy. For years, in-flight entertainment came with a catch, that awkward double-prong headphone jack. Forget your adapter, you were stuck with the flimsy plastic earbuds the airline handed out. Or silence. Pros started buying their own Bluetooth transmitters just to escape the tangle. But here's what most travelers don't know. The system has evolved. Newer aircraft are rolling out built-in Bluetooth connectivity in the seatback screens. That means you can pair your own noise-canceling headphones directly to the entertainment system. No adapter, no wires, no fuss. It's not just a premium cabin feature either. Economy seats are getting the upgrade too. Why does this matter? Because Bluetooth changes the entire in-flight experience. Instead of fighting with stiff cords that get yanked every time our neighbor shifts, you're free to move, doze off, or reach for your bag without losing sound. And with noise-canceling headphones, it feels like you've carved out a private cinema inside the chaos of economy. Here's the insider hack. Not every plane has it yet, so check your aircraft type before you fly. Airlines often list whether their 787s, A350s, or reconfigured 737s have Bluetooth-enabled entertainment. Book those flights when you can. No Bluetooth on your plane? The backup system still exists, if you're willing to ask for it. Free earbuds, the backup system nobody talks about. Forget about the old days when earbuds felt like 2 balls of scrunched-up sandpaper on a string. The tech has seriously leveled up. Today's complimentary headphones aren't premium by any means, but they're leagues better than sitting in silence for hours while the person next to you binges Marvel movies. Here's how the system works. On most long-haul flights, earbuds are handed out right after boarding or just after takeoff. Flight attendants know many passengers forget or just don't bring their own, so they make sure there are plenty of spare sets to go around. Missed the first round? Changed your mind mid-flight? Just ask. And here's the insider detail. Airlines don't want passengers staring at a blank screen. Enigmatic metrics matter. The more you use the entertainment system, the higher the reported satisfaction scores. This is why the crew is usually more than happy to hand a set of earbuds over to you whenever you ask. Are they going to match your Bose noise-canceling headphones? Of course not. But they'll get the job done, and sometimes good enough is the smartest move, especially if your own headset dies. Entertainment is useless at 2% battery. So let's fix the power next. Free USB charge, double the power, same seat. Most travelers don't even notice it. Tucked under the screen, next to the headphone jack or hidden by the armrest, there it is, a USB port. It looks like nothing, but it's one of the most underrated freebies on a long-haul flight. Here's the reality. Every hour in the air drains your phone, your earbuds, your tablet. Rookie flyers land with 5% battery, scrambling for an outlet in the arrivals hall. Pros, they plug in the second they sit down. That USB socket keeps your devices alive for the whole flight at no extra cost. But here's the hack almost nobody uses, the power bank piggy bank. Instead of plugging your phone directly into the seat, plug in your power bank. Then connect your phone to the power bank. You're not just keeping your phone alive, you're charging both at the same time. When you land, you walk off the plane with a full phone and a fully loaded power bank, while everyone else is hunting for wall sockets. Not every plane is outfitted the same way. Older aircraft sometimes hide the ports. Newer ones include full AC outlets alongside USB sockets. Check the seat map online before you fly. Many airlines quietly list power availability in the fine print. Tech is handled. Now it's time to deploy the quiet kit airlines don't advertise. Kids Activity Sets, the secret sanity saver. Every parent dreads it. 8 hours in economy with a restless kid and nothing left in the bag of tricks. But here's the part most families don't know. Airlines already have backup entertainment for little ones built in. You just have to know how to unlock it. Tucked away in the Galley are kids' activity kits made up of coloring books, crayons, puzzles, and toys. They're not left on the seats when you board, and they're rarely mentioned over the intercom. Why? Because supplies are very limited and flight attendants save them for parents who ask. Here's the insider play. As soon as you board the plane, mention to a crew member that you're traveling with kids. They'll often bring you a kit before takeoff. Wait until halfway through the flight when the restlessness peaks, and you may discover that all the kids' activity sets have run out. So get in there early and ask as soon as you can. Certain carriers go all in. Qantas offers kits with aircraft window-shaped etch-a-sketches. Air France hands out runway jigsaw puzzles, and United Airlines has activity books with sensory strips. Most parents never find out about these because they assume entertainment begins and ends with the seatback screen. But pros know better. When the tablet dies, the crayons break, and the snacks run out, that hidden kit can turn a meltdown into a quiet hour of coloring. It's not just free, it's sanity on demand. That's the fun handled. Now the what-ifs and the onboard safety net most people miss. First aid and medications, the onboard pharmacy you didn't know existed. It's easy to assume that once you're strapped into economy, you're on your own for the next 10 hours. Headache? Tough it out. Paper cut? Hope you packed Band-Aids. But here's the insider truth. Airlines quietly stock a mini pharmacy on board, and it's free to anyone who knows to ask. Every commercial airline is required to carry first aid kits, and not just for the crew. Inside are bandages, antiseptic wipes, burn cream, and other basics passengers can use. Flight attendants are trained to hand them out, but they rarely announce it. Why? Because if they did, supplies would vanish before hitting cruising altitude. Then there's medication. Most long-haul flights carry common painkillers, motion sickness tablets, and antihistamines. They're not in a vending machine. You won't find them in the seat pocket. But press the call button and explain what you need. Chances are they'll provide it, usually with a glass of water. Here's the hack. Be specific. Do you have paracetamol? Works better than my head hurts. Crews are more comfortable unlocking the kit if you sound like you know what you're asking for. For anything more serious, airlines are equipped with medical kits only crew or licensed doctors can access mid-flight. But for the everyday stuff like headaches, cuts, and nausea, the free stash already covers you. Which brings us to the one freebie airlines never print on the ticket. Cockpit Tour, the experience airlines don't list. It's not on your boarding pass, it's not in the app, and it's definitely not announced over the intercom. But tucked inside the system is one of the rarest freebies you can score in economy. A cockpit visit. Here's how it works. Officially, security protocols keep passengers out of the flight deck during the journey. But before takeoff and after landing, some crews still allow brief visits, especially for kids. Flight attendants act as the gatekeepers. Ask politely and they'll check with the pilots. If the timing's right, you might just be waved forward. What happens next feels like stepping behind the curtain. Rows of glowing instruments, a panoramic view, and sometimes even a quick explanation from the captain about the flight you're about to take. On certain routes, pilots hand out keepsakes as souvenirs. Think pins, postcards, or even flight certificates. Insiders know timing is everything. Ask at the boarding door when the crew is less rushed, or just after landing while the cabin is clearing. If you wait until the middle of the flight, you'll be told no every time. And here's the real secret. Pilots often enjoy it as much as the passengers. Veteran captains grew up dreaming of the cockpit, and they know that letting someone peek inside might spark the same dream in the next generation. Airlines optimize for predictability. Travelers win with precision. That's the game. You now know where the stock hides, when the extras surface, and how to turn standard service into a better flight, all from the economy seat. Consider this your frequent flyer status and system literacy. Every route has a version of it. You just decoded it. This is transit code.